Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Cathi and I'm a coach for the twin flame process and for your personal growth. So today I'm talking about the characteristics of the last phase of the twin flame process and how you get to know that you are already gone through the process. And it's a little bit sad for me right now because I don't know when I'm going to be able to have a podcast episode in the future. I am pregnant from my twin flame and we are going to be parents, and that's really exciting, but I have to relax a little bit, to slow down, and so I don't have to work right now, and I cannot work right now. So that's a really sad point for me, and I hope that you subscribe this channel. It's a little bit sad for me, and I hope that you enjoy this last episode. Maybe I'm going to coming back with the podcast in 2023. I don't know yet exactly, maybe in the last phase in 1 year from now or something like that. I don't know exactly yet and right now. Maybe my twin flame is going to make a episode or something like that. I don't know right now. You can have a look at our website www.twinflamelove.de to have a look at our offers, and on the right side in the line above you can switch the language to English so that you can read our offers. And also you can write a comment, you can subscribe, you can write an email to info@twinflamelove.de, or you can come in our Facebook group, which is called Twin Flames, or you can look at Instagram or Telegram or whatever. You can write wherever you want. And now it's time for the next episode. Yes, today I want to talk about the last phase of the twin flame process. And at first I want to mention that the process is for your development. That means you have to solve patterns and beliefs, and everything is going to be proved, and maybe you can let it go. And that's the development of your own soul, of your personality, and that is the way to be in your highest potential and to be with you, to feel your highest potential and to live in your highest potential. And that's very important. So for me it is very difficult to tell about it because our words and our speech are very limited. So if you are in the twin flame process, and if you maybe have already gone through the process, you will know what I'm talking about. So I want to give you some characteristics for the last phase, and there are some characteristics which you will find in the inside and some which you are going to see and find in the outside. And that means you will get to know that you have a phase or a point in your life where you know that you don't have anything to work by yourself anymore. So you don't have the power, you don't want to work with yourself, to meditate, to go in your past and think about it and feel everything. You don't want to work with it anymore because you know and you feel that you already done your homework and you are fine with it, and there's nothing to do for you anymore. You worked with your negative thoughts and emotions and healed all your wounds you had, or everything is fine with you and you feel it, and that's okay. And you will get to know that you invested very much time in yourself and you wanted to heal and you did it. And then there's a point where you notice, okay, I don't want it anymore. I'm glad that I'm fine with it and it's okay and I've done my homework and now I want to manifestate my future and to live in the present, in the here and now. And I don't want to look back anymore as often as I done before. That's really, really a point where nearly every person is going through. And that's quite normal, yeah? It's normal in this process that you will come to this point. Yeah, and then you will get to know that there's peace inside of yourself. It is very quiet. You are very calm. And you are in peace with everything what was in your past. And you are in peace with everything what is right now. And you have this trust that everything what is going to be in your future is alright, and everything what was is alright, and you trust that everything what is alright for you, because you are guided by the spiritual guides, by the universe, whatever, however you call it. And that is a really, really big feeling you have inside of yourself. And you know that you and your twin flame also always going through things which are right for you and your twin flame right now. And even if you don't have a contact right now, you are in peace with it, you are calm, and you know that everything is fine, and you are able to have another perspective on the things that are going on in the outside. With your twin flame and also all the other stuff which is going on in the outside, you are able to have another look at it. And if you are living with your twin flame, you will get to know that there are always things which will trigger you or give you maybe a feeling that you had in your past, but you know that you can work with it and how you can work with it, and your peace is not going out of control. You are staying in your inner peace, yeah, and you are not going in these negative thoughts and emotions, and it doesn't matter how hard the times in the outside are. That doesn't mean that we are always happy and always peace and always happy and love and everything 24 hours a day. That's not what I said, because we are all human beings and we have our experience as a human beings. That's why we are on this planet Earth. And I had these feelings too when a loved person is going away or died, and other sad and bad things happen. I had phases where I'm not able to deal with it, but it's, for me, it is a very fast process. So I know how to deal with it, and I know how to get out of these negative thoughts, negative emotions, negative belief systems, and so on, so that my inner peace is always being inside of myself for a long time and in a short time if such bad things happen, yeah. And that's what you will experience also. That's the third point. That means you deal with it consciously, and maybe even in situations where you have a discussion with your twin flame or you are going in your old patterns, that's what coming up all the time. And sometimes even if you are gone through the process, or you had gone through the process, and if you are living with your twin flame, then these old patterns sometimes will come up and shows that there's a little rest in your system. And that's the point where you can go inside yourself, where you can say to your twin flame, okay, you hurted me, or I'm feeling sad, or whatever, and I have to be with myself for maybe half an hour or something like that. And after that, I'm coming back to you and everything is fine. Because in this time, you can sit down, meditate, relax, look at these feelings which are coming up because your twin flame showed it to you. And you can deal with it, with your inner thoughts and emotions and with all this stuff, and then you can go in your higher self and be with your higher self, and after that everything is fine. So that's the point where your peace will not be disturbed. You can be very fast in your peace because you had the experience and because you know how it works. Yeah. And it is also very beautiful to grow in a relationship and to be in a relationship and to deal with these challenges, yeah, and to go through it and go to the next steps, to the higher steps, because that is healing for you both, for your twin flame and for you. So that means there's always peace, you are calm inside of yourself, and you have this unconditional love to you and yourself. You have the unconditional love for your twin flame, and you have the unconditional love to the universe. And if you are in a relationship with your twin flame, you don't have any expectations how he or she has to be like. Yeah, that's not a relationship of twin flames if you have any expectations how your partner has to be like. And my twin flame and I have many communication in a non-verbal way, and we don't have to tell us every day that we love each other or something like that, because it's always this feeling that we knew it. We both knew it, and it's always there. It's always there. I can't give any words to it because we know it, we feel it. It is so strong between us, and then your task is to bring this unconditional love to other people, to other animals or whatever. And I know that sometimes this is not an easy step, because even in the circumstances we have right now, it is not easy to bring unconditional love for everyone or to give it to everyone. But it is a development for the relationship and for yourself, and you have the time to get to it, yeah? It's not a thing that's coming from one day to another. But coming back to the relationships, there's in a 3D relationship, you have always these things to say, oh, tell me that you love me, and then I can tell you that I love you back, and oh, you have to wash the dishes, and I'm going to bring the money home, and you have to be with the children, or something like that. And that's not what unconditional love means. No. There's always someone who gives something, and there's always someone who takes something. And that's not what's in a twin flame relationship. That's not what the theme is in a twin flame relationship, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who of the partners is going to give more or who is taking more or whatever. It doesn't matter. I am a person, I love to give, but I don't have an expectation that something is coming back, because I can give love to myself and I can give everything that I need to myself, and that's not the task of my twin flame. No. And that's the point where you are resolving your dependencies. You are not dependent from a partner in a relationship, from a job or from friends or whatever. You are not dependent from whatever in your life. And that's the point where you are going to and what you are dealing with, and there's the consciousness that tells you everything is fine with it. The next point is that you are learning to set boundaries and speak the truth, because we are often in our childhood told to be brave and to be friendly and don't tell anybody something negative, and mostly the women are brought up like that. That's not a reproach to our parents, but it is very, very nice to see that it is not my truth, and there are things I want to talk about. There are things I want to say, even if I am a woman. Why do I have to be always friendly to a person who maybe is not friendly to me, or who's always ignoring me, or whatever? Why do I have to to smile or whatever? Why? No. And you are able to telling the truth, and that is really an important step. Set your boundaries and speak what you have to speak about and what you want to say, and don't be with people who are not nice to you or who don't want the best for you. Go away from all this negative stuff, negative thoughts, negative people, because if you are staying in this environment and you know that the environment is not good for you, then you will have all these old patterns, and you try to smile, you try to be friendly, and you will not coming out of this environment, but you grow and you will see which persons are good for you and which persons not. And during the twin flame process, you will have fewer friends, because you are very clear and you know what you want in a friendship and what not, or who is in an energetic way good for you and who is not. And then you are able to set the boundaries and say, okay, no, I don't want to talk with you anymore, or I don't want to be with you anymore. And sometimes it is sad, because you maybe have friends for years and you always dealt with it, but one day you will see that it is better for you, it is better for your energy, and you are standing to your own worth. And to set boundaries is also, and to speak the truth is also, it's really important, and it is necessary, as long as you don't hurt anybody, and I can stand to myself, it is really okay. And as you may notice that you don't want to deal with some persons anymore, it is maybe the fact that you don't want to live in this city anymore where you are living right now, or you always plan for years to go in another city or have another job, and now it's the time to go and to deal with it and to do it. And then you will have an environment, or you will have people around you, and have them in your life who are on the same spiritual level as you, or in the same frequency as you, and that is really fine. You will get another environment, and that's absolutely okay. But it is also a thing that's not happening from one day to another. It takes a little bit of time. So the next point is the theme of abundance. That means you will get to know that you are fulfilled in yourself, in things that you do in your relationship and in your environment and so on. And that's what's coming up automatically in this process. They are just belief systems that stands against your own abundance, and especially for financial abundance. That's a really big theme for many persons, and the abundance will coming automatically if you had gone through the process, and if you deal with your belief system, and that's automatically in the process when you look in yourself, when you look in your pattern, when you look in your negative thoughts and emotions and you don't want to deal with it anymore. Mostly you already looked in this belief systems, so that the abundance can now come in your life, in every area of your life. So the next point in the last phase of your twin flame process is that you will get to know that life arranged itself. If you meet your twin flame, or if you had met your twin flame, everything is throwing in the universe. I felt it like that. And there's just chaos. And then it has to come down in an ordered way and put it together, every theme of my life, in an ordered way. I am dealing with this chaos right now. Yeah, it's not ready any time of your life. And maybe there's some chaos in your job, and you will get to know that it's not what you wanted to do right now, or it's not what you feel in your heart, or where you are happy. And then you are in your mind, and you can feel it and be in your mind, in your heart, and you can go away and find a new job, yeah? Or in the area of health, when you are ill, or you have some diseases or something with your body, then you are now able to go other ways than the normal circumstances. You are going to the doctor, and he or she is giving you some medicine, and then you are not ill anymore. But now you are searching for a way where you can heal your body with other methods. That means maybe you are going to a naturopath, or you are beginning to meditate more, or to have some energy healings or something like that. There are so many different ways to work for your health, to be healthy in your life, and that's the point where you are searching for and where you are finding new ways more and more. Your relationships were getting organized in another way. That means the point before, if you learn to talk about your boundaries or set boundaries and talk your truth, then you will see who's your friend anymore and who's not. So you will have other relationships. Then there's the sign that you wanted to talk the truth. You don't want to lie anymore, and you don't want to not be yourself, and there's no fear for the reaction of the other people. So you will get to know that you have forgiven all the persons or the negative things that happened to you, and you can be the love, and you can be in this state of unconditional love. You know that everything happens for a reason, and to the time when the universe when it is right for you, and the universe or your spiritual guides have the plan that now it's the time for this or that experience. And if you know the plan before, it would be very boring in our life. So yeah, you know that you can trust the universe and the plan of the universe. And we also have a free will. That means that we can always decide if we want to go that way or if we want to go in another way. So that's what we always have in our mind. Maybe if you wanted to be in a job, or you are searching for a job, then you can choose if you go in that job or if you go in the other job. So I think that the universe is always having a plan and shows us in which direction we can go, or we are going right now, but we have the free will to do it or even not, or if we want to go in another circle around. But therefore we have to trust, yeah. As I said, how it is in our inside world, it is in our outside world. That means you will prove every area of your life, as I said it before, your environment, your job, your relationship, your health, and so on. And that's how you are going to be a role model for other persons, because now you are living a life you always want to. You have a job you wanted to, you are in a relationship you always dreamed of, maybe. You have a healthy body and you are just happy with everything of your life. That's where you are going to be a magnet for other people and a role model for other people, because if you can do it, everybody can do it. And you will be the person who gives an advice for other persons. The people will come to you to get your advice, how they can deal with this or that problem, how they can solve it, or what they can do right now. That's what you are going to mention. And if you are already in this last phase, or you've gone through the whole process, then you can be very, very proud of yourself and of everything that you reached. The process really doesn't end at one time. It's not an end at any time, but you will have all these big negative themes and topics that are not a big part of your life anymore. You have the life you dreamed of, you have the life you wanted to, and that's fine, and that's everything fine. And then there's the phase where you can be proud of yourself and you can relax and you can enjoy it. Yeah, enjoy it. And there's a point where you don't have to optimize yourself anymore. It is okay. You are now the best version of yourself you can be. When there are negative thoughts and patterns, you can deal with it. And if you want to have another spiritual topic which is interesting for you, or you have another theme which is interesting for you, or another task which you wanted to do, or another hobby or whatever, it's really, really fine. But there's a point where you can enjoy your life. Yeah, enjoy it. And it's very, very good to be happy and to just enjoy what you already had gone through. And that doesn't mean that we don't make mistakes. Yeah, we are all human beings and everybody's making mistakes, and also we are doing it right now. That's no problem. That's really no problem. But the point is that you know that this mistake could happen, and there's nothing you have to work in the past, or you don't want to look at the past right now anymore. So that was some characteristics for the last phase of your twin flame process. And you can write a comment, you can subscribe this channel, and we will hear us hopefully not in a really, really long time, but have a nice time, a nice holiday, nice Christmas, and whatever is coming right now, and enjoy it. And I'm happy when we are hearing us again in the future. So bye, and thank you for everything.